guys, in today's video, we will be reviewing, we will be reviewing the updates in my game, Your Average Obby. Now, you might notice two different UIs. If you saw my game video of making a slap out of spam made game, touchy and no touchy. No touchy just kicks someone. For example, let's say if I touch this, so if I have no touchy on and I touch it, no touchy, and then it just kicks them like that. So yeah, that's one of the new changes. And I added a settings UI, which doesn't quite work right now, but these text buttons are interactable and stuff. Also, guys, if you're wondering, no touchy is only given to trusted admins or default head admins. For now, it is currently only me. I look like Tenso. So yeah. Yeah, I definitely look like Tenso. So yeah, that, and if we go over here, go over here, let's just see what was added in the latest update. So you're gonna go here. Oh god, you're gonna go backwards like this, and then you're gonna find spinning lasers. Now this update was quite rushed, so I just added only 3 things. What you're gonna want to do here is go, then boom, you completed the obby. So keep in mind, I also moved the Cool Kid Club from here to here. Also, no touchy is not allowed for any player on the server. I also changed. I did this last update. I changed the FPS counter so it's just teams. So I'm the owner. That's me. And I added touchy because I'll show you my game. Now here we are in the fan-made slap battles game. As you can see, there are quite a lot of UI here, but trust me, it's only temporary. So before the introduction of this glove sign with all the admin gloves and stuff, was the same thing as this, but it brought 5 gloves and it messed up the leaderboard. So I just removed that and added this. And I was thinking of adding a menu, but I forgot to script that. Then we have an HD admin like in the old slap battles. Don't worry, I'll remove that. And another version of Your Average Obby, so before I had a no touchy, so this no touchy actually expands the UI and Giant. So yeah, this time we just have Giant and no touchy. But before there was no Giant and there was just touchy and no touchy. So and then we have the band UI. So you enter your username here. Then you put your reason and put your seconds. Then you can ban the player, but it doesn't really work. That's why we have HDM. And then we have the slap counter, and that's really all. That's really all in this game. But back in Your Average Obby, I actually had a diet and diet button here, but it was completely useless because I added a script that you wouldn't die to the lasers, but that didn't work. So yeah, now we'll just have touchy, and this time the UI does not expand. Text just expands because there's an extra word there. So yeah, again, no touchy and touchy works. Again, this is only for trusted admins and above. To be a trusted admin, and to be a trusted admin, I don't know what you need to do to be a trusted admin. And I don't have that sorted out yet because this game was created a month ago. October 19th of 2025. And so much for 1 month. I added all of this in 1 month. It's kind of impressive, but yeah. I added a custom DJ center. I added a part and I moved some things. I moved some things. I moved all these trespass and stuff. So I moved all these trespass over here because they used to be here. Now it's dropped because there's nothing else. And this doesn't work. Well, the swings work, yes. The swings work, but there's backwards control. And I added a custom DJ area with a light over here. And here's some your average Obby lore right here. This right here used to be my place where I would make announcements. Then oh my god. Then over here I added a stage over here. Let me just show you it. So yeah, inside here is my very bright house. Dude, it's so bright in here. Right here we have a dining table and bed. Does work. Then we have a kitchen right here. We have a goober chair. I don't know if you like being goober. Then we have some Central Kent's couches. We have a neon. And then I added a mechanic that when I say I present in the chat, all cameras would focus on me. Reminder, this is when the touchy button was not out here. And then after a little bit, I found out about UI corners, and then I added UI corners to the touchy button in my fan-made Slap Battles game. I added UI corners to the fan UI there. Then I added UI corners in this menu right here, the scroll menu and stuff. I added UI corners to touchy. And you can do that. But then I scrapped that mechanic, so that way I just like so I can spectate all me. Is that a command? No, I guess it's not. So and yeah, that's fine. So yeah. Then I come up. Then I put walls around them, which is a big mistake. Then just a quick lure. None of this was actually here before. Before it was just a spawn plate and a welcome to my Obby sign. And there was no update log, no, there was no game mode area, there was no trophy area. I only added the trophy center at about 95 visits in, then we got the 100 visits trophy. I made it like Halloween decorations because, you know, bro. Then for the 200 visits, I improvised and made the little bricks thing gold. Then for the 300 visits, I decided to go on a full creative blast and made a copy of my character to make it look like he's about to jump over some lasers. Hit the checkpoint and then hit the checkpoint. I added like a little gold box right here, if you guys can see. I added some like gold in there. Fun fact: the trophy center actually used to be over here. Then I moved it over there for a better organization. And there actually used to be an older version folder right here, but that didn't work. Yeah, and I'm not planning on removing any of these game modes. I don't even know when the next game mode is, since I gotta improvise the UI and stuff. Next game mode is probably gonna be in about 2 weeks. I don't know. But yeah, that's I added a couch here too. And for the people, and ever since a couple days ago, I realized that people cannot be working out all that. So I added a touch to see what was added in the new update. That way, if you go here, you're able to see what was added in the most recent update. Then it just teleports you to wherever you need to go, and then boom. But the thing is, this thing will easily get bypassed. And don't worry, it gets removed after a day. I've had it for a couple days now. But yeah, oh, what the? No. So I'm just gonna go sneakily past there. Now we can head out. Yeah, but then I added an update log, and there's usually not much in the update log. Oh, what? Oh my god, guys. Usually not much in the updated log, and then I found a Tensile avatar, 2022. So yeah, I gotta tweak with some UI and stuff, and make sure some UI is not visible. Yeah, nobody has access to the touchy button because I confirmed that on my alt. confirm that on my alt because my alt did not. It's not what was never supposed to have the touchy button. Then instead of doing this, I made portals like this. Then at the end of the obby is something. Then I added this wall for Halloween. And if you're wondering where the Halloween event went, I made it private because it was. And yeah, I made it private because, well, I made it private. And why did I make it private? I made it private because it was a really special part of the game. It happened on November 3rd of 2025, and it was a massive update. It was the first ever massive update in this game. And massive updates usually occur twice every month. And I usually make updates around every 2 or 3 days, but I'm planning to make updates around every 4 or 7 days. That way I can get more in the update. And if I finish early, I can also release it early. So yeah, but that's going to be the end of my game tour today. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe as I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, thanks for watching.